Hey, I'm Savannah. I'll be your nurse today.
Hi, I'm Terry.
Hey, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
So can you tell me what brought you in today?
I'm just in here for a routine checkup. I've got some asthma lately, and I've just been coughing a lot, and it's been bad and bothering me. So I wanted to get it all checked out.
Okay, well I'm glad you came in for some help. Is it okay if I ask you a couple of questions? Okay. So do you have any alcoholic drinks during the week?
Occasionally, not very often. Not much of a drinker.
Oh, okay. Do you do any type of drugs or anything?
No, not any drugs.
Okay. Do you smoke cigarettes?
I do smoke cigarettes.
Oh, okay. Is it okay if we talk about that a little bit?
How long do you think that's gonna take?
Maybe like 5 to 10 minutes tops, just to talk about it a little bit and see where you're at.
Okay.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about your smoking habits?
I think I smoke about like 2 packs a day. I've been doing it ever since I was 14, so just kind of this habit that I've gotten into. I don't know. I'm just used to it. My dad did it, and then so I've been around it my whole life, and
Okay.
so I just.
So smoking's a pretty big piece of your life.
Yeah, my dad did it. He used to smoke before he died, and then I just have been doing it ever since I was 14 years old. So it's this habit that I got into.
Can you tell me what triggers your smoking during the day, or why you feel the need to do that?
Well, I definitely feel like it's when I'm with my friends and we go out, and it's just something that kind of helps me bond with them, and then. If I'm stressed, I feel like the need to smoke, and it calms me down. It gives me something to focus my energy on instead of worrying about, my problems.
Okay.
It's a good relief.
So what I'm hearing is that you're stressed during the day, your frustrations, and kind of a social aspect is what makes you smoke.
Yeah, definitely. I think the social aspect, I have all my friends do it, so when we go out, it's really hard to not go with them. I want to go out there and take a break, and, we bond over it. And
right.
So, yeah, and it's definitely the stress.
Okay, so what kind of things do you enjoy about smoking?
Well, I like how I can do it with my friends, and I just like the feeling it gives me, and gives me something to do to keep my mind off things, and it's something fun I like. Okay.
So what I'm hearing is, again, about the stress and your friends and everything. Have you ever thought about quitting smoking?
I've tried before, but nothing's ever worked. I have no luck with it, and it just gets me down. I get sad when I think I can't do it, so then I end up smoking more.
Okay. If you don't mind me saying, your smoking habit, you smoke 2 packs a day, so that's a little bit of a lot. And I'm really concerned about that. You mentioned before that your father had passed away. How did he pass away?
He had actually passed away from lung cancer from smoking.
Oh, okay. So you kind of already know some of the cons about smoking.
Yeah.
So can you name some pros and cons for me of smoking for you?
Well, definitely social aspect. It helps me when I'm stressed. I think some of the cons are it's expensive. My brother won't let me see my niece because I smoke, and he doesn't want her to be around that in the secondhand smoke, and that kind of makes me sad. She was a big part of my life, and I really like hanging out with her, and so it makes me sad. And then also the health effects too, because it killed my dad, and so I don't want to let him down.
Yeah, that's really hard for you. That your dad passed away, and you have these pros that go along with your smoking, but also these very big cons that can affect your life, like your father passing away and your niece. Yeah. But then again, you have that stress and everything during the day, and the social aspect. Okay, is it okay if I offer you some advice?
Sure.
Okay, so like I said before, your smoking habit is obviously impacting your life, and do you think that you would maybe want to try to quit again? What are some things that worked for you and that didn't work?
Well, I feel like I always just try to quit cold turkey, and it never worked out, and I always would just end up smoking more. I've tried the patches, but I don't know. I've just never really had any luck. and then I go out with my friends and I see them smoking, and it's just really hard to deal with.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you're not ready at all, and 10 being you're ready to start right now, where do you think you are?
Probably maybe a 4 or 5. I could probably see myself changing. It's just really hard because I don't know ways to help me, and I don't want to fail again.
Okay, so I mean 4 or 5 is pretty good. Can you tell me why you aren't a 1 or a 2 instead?
Well, I definitely know the cons because it obviously affected my dad, and I don't get to see my niece, and so I'm ready. I think I'm ready to make a change to hopefully get some positives back in my life and get to hang out with my niece more. And so I think I'm ready now. I just might need a little bit of help.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is you're ready to change. So I'm really happy that you came in today so we could discuss this. So what are some things that you think you could do to change? What are some activities that you enjoy that could take the place of smoking?
Well, I do like getting out and running, but hard with the asthma, and I guess quitting would help that too. Like I said, I would love to hang out with my niece again, be able to be a part of her life, and so maybe I could try exercising instead.
So you have some pretty big things that are motivating you, I see. So, like you said, you can hang out with your niece instead of smoking, and I think that your brother would definitely let you see her more often if you took the steps to quit smoking.
And I think that even quitting, I would have more money too because it's expensive, and maybe I could spend it on taking her to like the movies or fun things like that instead of spending it all on cigarettes and doing stuff like that.
Well, that sounds really attainable, and like you said before, your exercising would definitely be easier for you to do if you didn't have that smoking, because that smoking is really impacting your asthma, and smoking can cause things like lung cancer and mouth cancer, and can cause you to age very early in life. So there's definitely some cons, but you definitely have some really big pros that are motivating you to change that I can see. When do you think that you could start changing? What are some small steps you think you could take?
I think I could try to cut back maybe like a pack and a half, or I don't know if I can go all the way down to a pack a day. Well, that's a pretty big step.
Yeah, it is. And the goal here is to take those small steps that lead you down to 1 pack or no packs a day. And I think that 1.5 packs for you is definitely attainable. Do you think? How about a journal?
Yeah, I could try that. I've got this social thing I gotta go to with my friends, so I don't think I'm quite ready to cut back yet. But maybe next week I can try, and I could start with that. I could maybe start a journal and hopefully keep track of when I'm doing it, and maybe try to cut a few of those out and do some other things.
Okay, so how about we do this? So you said that you're not ready to change until next week. Do you think you could maybe start that journal today just so you can see how much you're smoking and what times of the day that really peaks?
I guess I can probably do that.
Okay, and then I think that'd be really good, and then your goal of 1.5 packs is definitely a good goal to have. Is it okay if we schedule a follow-up appointment and see how you're kind of doing with that, maybe the week after the next, and really see how you're getting along with this quitting?
Yeah, I think that might keep me accountable.
Okay.
Hopefully help me keep me on the right track. I just don't want to I don't want to fail again.
Well, we're definitely here to help you, and if you ever need any guidance or assistance, definitely give us a call. There are definitely other outside resources as well, like other support groups and everything that we could definitely get you in touch with, and I think that would really do you some good.
Okay. I think I'm more ready to change. I think.
Good, and I think your friends will really support that, and I think that you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Okay, well, I can give you a call next week, you said?
Okay.
Okay, and then make sure you see Secretary on the way out to make an appointment, and I'm really happy we got to talk about this today.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Terry.